Welcome back to the channel, my spooky friends. Tonight we dig deep into the chilling mystery of forgotten graves. Places lost to time, swallowed by the earth, yet still whispering their secrets to those who dare to listen. We're talking about cemeteries left abandoned, reclaimed by nature but far from empty. These forgotten plots hold a darkness beyond the veil, a lingering presence that chills you to the bone. Tonight we explore 3 cemeteries consumed by shadow and steeped in chilling local legends. So, lock your doors, turn off the lights, and huddle close if you dare, as we unearth the terrifying tales of the forgotten graves. Our journey begins on the mist-shrouded coast of Maine, where the ruins of St. Mary's Church stand as a skeletal sentinel against the crashing waves. The air is thick with the scent of salt and the haunting echoes of the past. The church, now a mere shadow of its former self, once stood as a beacon of hope and faith for the local community. This isn't just any crumbling ruin. Locals whisper of the forgotten graveyard just beyond the crumbling stone archway, a place where the dead refuse to stay buried. The gravestones, worn and weathered by time, tell tales of lives long gone, yet their spirits seem to linger, unable to find peace. The mist that envelops the graveyard adds to its eerie atmosphere, making it a place of both beauty and dread. St. Mary's was once a bustling fishing village, a place of simple faith and hard-won livelihoods. The villagers, bound by their shared struggles and triumphs, found solace in the church and the sea. The church bells would ring out, calling the faithful to prayer, while the fishermen set out at dawn, hoping for a bountiful catch. But the sea, as it often does, turned cruel, swallowing the fishermen in a raging storm, leaving their families to bury them in the graveyard overlooking the water. The storm was fierce, with waves towering over the boats, and the wind howling like a banshee. The village was left in mourning, the loss of so many lives casting a long shadow over the community. The grieving families, desperate to keep their loved ones close, began reporting strange occurrences, flickering lights near the graves, disembodied whispers carried on the wind, and the feeling of being watched. These phenomena became more frequent, with some villagers claiming to have seen the spirits of their loved ones, their faces etched with sorrow and longing, and full-bodied apparitions walking the beach, searching for something they lost to the waves. These spectral figures, shrouded in mist, seemed to be trapped between worlds, unable to move on. Their presence is both a comfort and a curse to the villagers, a reminder of the lives lost and the enduring power of love and grief. The haunted graveyard of St. Mary's remains a place of mystery and melancholy, where the past and present intertwine in a dance of shadows and light. Deep in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, shrouded in an unnatural fog, lies Blackwood Cemetery. This fog is not like any other. It seems to have a life of its own, swirling and shifting as if whispering secrets of the past. The locals, hardened by generations of mountain living, refuse to even speak its name, for Blackwood holds a darkness that seeps into your very soul. They tell stories, passed down through the ages, of those who dared to enter and never returned. The cemetery is a place where shadows seem to move on their own, and the air is thick with an unexplainable dread. It's as if the very ground is cursed, rejecting the living and embracing the dead. The cemetery dates back to the early 1800s, a time when the mountains were a lawless and unforgiving place. It was a time of pioneers and outlaws, where life was a constant struggle against the elements and each other. The rugged terrain and untamed wilderness provided the perfect backdrop for tales of horror and mystery. The mountains themselves seemed to guard their secrets jealously, and Blackwood Cemetery was the darkest of those secrets. Legend has it that a powerful and malevolent spirit, some call him a demon, made Blackwood his home after being summoned by a coven of witches seeking his power. This entity was said to be so malevolent that even the witches who summoned him could not control him. The witches performed dark rituals and ancient spellcasting, hoping to harness the demon's power for their own gain. But their ambition was their downfall, as the entity turned on them, binding them to the cemetery forever. The witches are long gone, their bones turned to dust, but their presence lingers. The very ground seems to hum with the remnants of their dark magic, a constant reminder of their failed attempt to control the uncontrollable. But the entity remains, bound to the cemetery. It is said that he feeds on the fear of those who dare to enter, growing stronger with each terrified soul that crosses his path. Visitors tell of blood-chilling screams echoing through the trees, as if the very forest is alive with the tormented souls of the past. These screams are said to be so piercing that they can drive a person to madness. Disembodied laughter that chills you to the bone, a laughter that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. It's a sound that haunts your dreams long after you've left the cemetery, and an oppressive feeling of being watched by something ancient and hungry. This feeling is so intense that it can make the bravest of souls turn back, unable to shake the sense that they are being hunted by an unseen predator. Our final destination takes us to the desolate plains of the Midwest, where the wind howls a mournful dirge across the cracked earth. This land, once teeming with life and promise, now stands as a testament to the relentless passage of time and the unforgiving nature of fate. The very air seems to carry whispers of the past, stories of joy and sorrow, of life and death. Here in this unforgiving landscape lies Ravenhill Cemetery, a place shrouded in mystery and legend, where the living seldom tread, and the dead are said to roam freely. The cemetery, with its ancient tombstones and overgrown paths, holds secrets that have been buried for centuries. It's a place where the veil between our world and the next wears thin, allowing the spirits of the dead to walk among us. The fog that blankets the cemetery seems almost alive, swirling and shifting to reveal vague silhouettes that vanish as quickly as they appear. It's as if the very essence of the place is steeped in the supernatural. Ravenhill was once a thriving town, a beacon of hope for settlers seeking a new life. The streets were filled with the sounds of laughter and the clatter of horse-drawn carriages. Families built their homes here, dreaming of a prosperous future. The town's history is rich with tales of ambition, hard work, and the indomitable spirit of its people. But a plague swept through the community, leaving countless dead in its wake. The disease struck without warning, spreading like wildfire and sparing no one. The once vibrant town was plunged into despair, its streets now echoing with the cries of the afflicted and the mourning of the bereaved. The townsfolk, overwhelmed by the sheer number of bodies, buried their loved ones in a mass grave, marking it with a single weathered headstone. This grave, a somber reminder of the tragedy that befell Ravenhill, stands as a silent witness to the sorrow and loss that the town endured. The cemetery, neglected and forgotten, became a place of haunting memories and restless spirits. Now, the spirits of the plague victims are said to wander the grounds, their moans carried on the wind, their presence felt by those who dare to venture near. The shadows seem to move of their own accord, and the air grows cold as if touched by unseen hands. The night brings with it an eerie stillness, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves or the distant call of an owl, their skeletal hands reaching out from the parched earth, a chilling reminder of their untimely demise. These spectral figures caught between worlds seem to be searching for something, or perhaps someone. Their restless spirits are a testament to the unresolved anguish and the deep sense of injustice that lingers in Ravenhill. Some say they're searching for their loved ones. Others believe they're seeking revenge for their untimely demise. The stories vary, but the sense of unease remains the same. Each ghostly figure tells a tale of love lost, of dreams unfulfilled, and of a life cut short. The cemetery is a place where the past refuses to rest, where the echoes of history continue to resonate. But the most terrifying aspect of Ravenhill is the phantom funeral procession. witnessed on the anniversary of the plague. This spectral event, shrouded in mystery and fear, draws both skeptics and believers alike. The procession is said to appear out of nowhere, moving silently through the fog, a chilling reminder of the town's tragic past. Locals and visitors alike have reported seeing a spectral hearse, drawn by skeletal horses, their hollow eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The hearse, an eerie relic from another time, moves with a ghostly grace, its presence sending shivers down the spines of those who witness it. The skeletal horses, with their bony frames and ethereal glow, add to the macabre spectacle, carrying a coffin that disappears into thin air. This coffin, a symbol of the countless lives lost to the plague, vanishes as mysteriously as it appears, leaving behind a sense of dread and wonder. The phantom funeral procession is a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of the past. Ravenhill Cemetery, with its ghostly inhabitants and eerie legends, remains a place where the line between the living and the dead is forever blurred. Thank you for joining us on this spine-chilling journey into the heart of forgotten graves. We've only scratched the surface of the terrifying tales these cemeteries hold. Remember, sometimes the most forgotten places harbor the darkest secrets. If you enjoyed this descent into darkness, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more terrifying tales. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, sleep tight. And remember, sometimes it's the things we've forgotten that have the tightest grip on our souls.